Well, this quarter, Alphabet reported earnings per share of $9.11. That is up nearly 300% from a year ago. It's also one of the most misleading number you will read this entire earnings season because more than two-thirds of it, $6.76 of that 911 came from a single line that has nothing to do with running Google. I'm Vikas, your host. This is what changed from Wing. We don't chase headlines. We explain what changed. So three lines, earning per share up 294% to $9.11. But the reality is strip out one non-cash accounting mark and operating earnings were about $2.85, a hair below what analysts expected. So the number that exploded upward is not the number that changed. The number that actually changed is buried three statements deep, and it's the first time in memory that Google's cache machine ran dry. Let's start with that headline because you have to clear it out the way before you can see the real story. Alphabet owns a stake, a little under 5% in SpaceX. For years, that stake sat on the books at a private valuation. Then on the 12th of July, SpaceX listed publicly. And the moment it did, accounting rules require Alphabet to reprice that stake to its new market value and run the change straight through the income statement. That markup came to $99 billion. It added $6.26 to earning per share, all by itself. Here is the analogy. I want you to hold on to for this whole episode, and I'm keep doing that. Imagine you own a house you bought years ago, and this month a neighbor's identical house finally sold for a fortune. On paper, you are suddenly much richer. Your net worth just jumped, but your bank account did not move a single rupee. You can't spend the markup. You didn't sell anything. And if the market cools next quarter, that paper gain can shrink just as fast as it appeared. That's the $6.26 real value, but paper, not cash, not operating, and non recurring. So let's do what Wing always does, walk the numbers from headline down to truth. The headline is EPS up 294%. That's the house next door number. Strip that out, and operating earning per share was about $2.85 against a street expectation of roughly $2.87. So on the bottom line, the operating business came in whisker light, even though revenue actually beat. Revenue was genuinely strong, $190.8 billion, up 24%, comfortably ahead of the roughly 117 the street was modeling. Well, straight quarter of double-digit growth, operating income up 30%, margin up 2 point to 34%. That part is not a mirage. The engine is running well. But here is what almost nobody put in the headline. Look at the cash flow statement. Capital expenditure, CapEx, the money Google spends building data centers and buying AI chips, doubled year over year to nearly $45 billion in a single quarter. Operating cash flow was strong, up 41% to 39 billion, and it still was not enough. For the first time in memory, Alphabet's free cash flow, the cash left after the building bill, went negative, that is minus $5.9 billion. Let that sit. One of the most cash generating companies in the history of business just spent more than it made. Now, why does the negative cash quarter matter when the profit and loss statement looks so bad? Because of what Alphabet had to do to cover it. For most of the last decade, Google was a cash fountain. It handed money back to shareholders, tens of billions a year in buybacks. In the first year of last year alone, that was over $28 billion in stock repurchases. This quarter, buybacks were zero. And on top of that, Alphabet went out and raised roughly $85 billion through new stock, through its first ever mandatory convertible preferred shares, and through a mountain of new debt that more than doubled its long term borrowings. It even set up a shelf to sell another 40 billion of stock over time. That is the change, not the earnings, the identity. Alphabet has flipped from a company that returned cash to one that raised cash to feed the AI build. And here is the counterintuitive part. The piece a lazy read gets exactly backward negative free cash flow sounds like weakness. But in this specific case, it is a choice, not a constraint. Because the reason for the spend is the single best number in the whole report, Google Cloud. Cloud revenue grew 82%, not 63 like last quarter, 82, and its operating profit tripled. Its margin jumped from around 21% to about 36, and its backlog, contracted work not yet delivered, nearly doubled to over $460 billion. Customers are signing up before the data centers are even finished. So the bull and the bear are looking at the same quarter and both are right. The bull sees demand so real that underbuilding would cost Google future revenue. The bear sees a company diluting its shareholders and burning cash on a bet whose payoff is still a promise. And that's exactly where a behavioral trap lives. The one we flag in the written report, call it commitment escalation. Once you have committed to a $180 billion building program, every quarter of spending makes it harder to stop and easier to call it conviction when it might just be a momentum. The honest tell is not the rhetoric, it's the ratio. Does cloud revenue and margin keep pace with the capex? This quarter, remarkably, it did. The question is whether it keeps doing so. So here is where Wing lands. Last quarter, our implied read on Alphabet was 6.5 out of 10. Today, that moves up to 7.2 out of 10. That is up because the operating evidence genuinely improved. Cloud did not just grow, it accelerated and got more profitable, which is the clearest answer yet to the question everyone's been asking. Does the AI spending actually pay? Held below on an 8 because the very same quarter introduced a real new risk, negative cash flow, dilution, and a halted buyback, whose resolution depends on spending discipline we simply can't verify yet. Again, it's not a buy or sell recommendation, just our assessments of how much confidence today's evidence deserves. Three questions the next quarter will answer. Number one, does that $460 billion cloud backlog actually convert to revenue on schedule? Or does the capacity outrun the demand? Number two, how deep does the free cash flow go and for how long? Watch whether Alphabet taps that $40 billion stock shelf. If it does, the raise so far was not enough. Number three, can AI mode search monetize at the same margins as classic search? As the way people ask questions keep shifting. Here is the real story, not the headline. Alphabet's best looking quarter and that is on paper was also the first quarter its cash machine ran in reserve. And the reason why is a bet on cloud that so far is paying off. If you would like to explore more detailed calculation behind today's analysis, you will find the complete research report at wing.io. Link is also in description. Everything is sourced directly from Alphabet's filings because trust is not built by confidence. It's built by transparency. I'm Vikas. This has been What Changed from Wing. We don't report everything. We report what changed. Clarity, not clutter.